it's Luann Pygott. We are here in my kitchen, and I am making a brand new recipe today. It is called, well, it's actually called chicken tetrazzini, but it says you can use ham. So today it is ham tetrazzini, and I'm telling you, I have never made this recipe before. I just found this. I found this. I think I got this when it, I don't know if I got it at Taste of Home, but I think that's where I found it. But I just got it. I'm trying it today. And what I am doing, let me turn this around and show you. What I am doing here is boiling some water for spaghetti. And I'm melting some butter. And what I'm going to do in this butter is I'm going to saute some vegetables. Now I'm going to tell you, I am changing this recipe quite a bit from what it says, okay? So it says you want half a cup of butter, and that's what's in there. You want 2 cans of cream. It says cream of mushroom soup. I don't like cream of mushroom soup. So I'm using cream of chicken soup. I'm using the healthy request because it has no MSG. Now this calls for 2 teaspoons of pimento, but instead of pimento, I'm putting actual red pepper in there because it has some more texture. And it also calls for a 4-ounce can of mushrooms, or like a cup and a half of fresh mushrooms. Well, see, I don't like mushrooms either, which is why I don't like cream of mushroom soup. So what am I doing? Instead of mushrooms, I am using just some vegetables. So I'm kind of making this like vegetable ham tetrazzini. So what I have here are some frozen peas and carrots, some red pepper that I've cut up, and some onion, because that's just what I want in here. You can put whatever you want, and then it says saute them. Now those are frozen peas and carrots, but I've had those in the refrigerator since last night, so they're not actually frozen now. They're thawed, but they're cold. So I'm going to saute that a little bit in this pan until these vegetables, I'm going to turn it up since this stuff is so cold. So here we have this nice mix of veggies in here. Look at that. Oh yeah. So I'm going to saute all this in the butter until they are kind of tender. And I'm also boiling this water to cook the spaghetti. Now it calls for 4 ounces of spaghetti. This recipe does. And that is like freezing my butter. Let me turn that way up until it gets to sizzling. And then I've taken my spaghetti, my 4 ounces of spaghetti, and I have broken them into pieces. Now, if you don't like your spaghetti broken into pieces, don't break it into pieces. But I like, it's just less messy to eat that way to me, so I do that. So we're going to add, instead, you can either add 2 cups of chicken or 2 cups of ham or turkey. So I've gotten this pre-chopped ham. I'm going to do ham today. However, this is only 1 cup. So I'm kind of reducing the meat a little bit. You don't have to do that. I'm doing that because my mom is eating this, and ham is a little hard on her, so she doesn't want to, she likes it, but she doesn't want a lot of ham. And I don't really like ham a whole lot, so I think it's going to be good in this stuff. So I have cut the meat in half, and so instead of 2 cups, I'm doing 1 cup. So instead of that extra cup of meat, I did an extra cup of the vegetables. So I still have the same volume of stuff. I've just replaced 1 cup of meat with 1 cup of vegetable, and you don't have to do that. You know, you could make this all vegetable too. Okay, so we are boiling here with the spaghetti, so let's put that in. Let's stir that a little. And then I'm going to turn that down. Then let's set the timer. That does not take that long to cook. Where did I put my spaghetti box? I think this spaghetti, because this is angel hair, it's really, really thin. You can use any pasta that you want. You could use macaroni noodles, fettuccine, linguine, anything that you want at all. Let's see. Yes, 4 to 5 minutes. That's what I thought. Get over here before that boils over, and it's just about on the verge of that, isn't it? Okay. And then we are sauteing our vegetables while that's cooking. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get a bowl to mix all this in. So I'm going to get me a bowl. And then we're going, it says in the bowl, once this is done, we're going to add the spaghetti, the vegetables with butter, and the ham. Let's see, where does it tell? Oh, you just put the ham in after. Okay, so let's put the ham in. Okay, this has got some water in it. Let me see if I can kind of pour that off. I don't want to pour that. Okay, so I'm going to put in the ham. Oops. One piece is escaping over here. So while that's cooking, I'll get this all ready. Okay, so we're going to break up this ham in a really loud way, apparently. Oh no, another piece has escaped. There it is. Well, that one hit the floor, so we're throwing that one away. Okay, there's that. And then we're going to add the 2 cans of soup. Again, this one, the recipe calls for cream of mushroom, but I don't like cream of mushroom, so we're doing cream of chicken. Just making sure I'm going to turn the vegetables back down a little bit. Make sure they don't get too, don't want them burned. Okay, here we go. This is kind of a quick recipe. If you get your vegetables all ready, and if you're using just the mushrooms, you know, that's going to be a lot faster. But if you don't like mushrooms, I think we just make it how you like it, right? But I think traditionally the tetrazzini will have mushrooms in it. Mushrooms and a little bit of that pimento or red pepper. Okay, there's 1 can. We're going to do another can of soup. This is a very clingy soup. Get it off all everything. Okay, another can of soup. The next, it tells us to add sour cream. It asks for a cup of sour cream. Now, as far as I know, you could use the reduced fat if you want. It doesn't really say, so I suppose you can if you want to reduce the fat. But I always use regular sour cream. And then I'm just going to adjust how much of this I eat so I don't overdo. That's what I do. I'm going to move the big spoon for now. I'm going to use this little spoon to start. Otherwise it's kind of sloshy. Okay, so let's get my sour cream. Then after sour cream, it asks for pepper. Okay, so it's asking for a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Okay, there's our cup of sour cream. Vegetables are doing pretty well here. So let's mix all of this. It's going to be really soupy. Now this says to put it in a smaller pan, but I'm thinking this is going to need a big pan. Alright, let's get the big spoon back. So I'm just going to mix this up really well. We have 2 minutes left till that spaghetti's done, so this is a pretty good timing here. 1 minute to go. That wasn't a full 2 minutes. I mean, it was almost done. So I like this because this ham is already cooked. That's one of the reasons I wanted to use ham. Plus, I never hardly make anything with ham. I don't mind ham if it's mixed in something like this. I don't like to just eat ham by itself. It's too smoky. I don't like smoky tasting. I'm going to go ahead and turn off these vegetables because we are really done with those. And you're going to put this butter in here too. So you're going to pour it all in. Oh, one other thing I'm going to need at the end is some Parmesan cheese. Let me get that out of the freezer. I keep that in the freezer so it never spoils. I buy the kind that's already shredded, and it goes bad real fast. So if you keep it in the freezer, and then you don't even have to thaw it, just use it completely like that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, since these vegetables are done, I'm going to go ahead and pour that in here. And the spaghetti is done as well. I'm going to switch to this wooden spoon because I actually like it better. See, this one's clinging really bad here. I can get all this stuff off my other spoon. This is a nice, you know, dishing up spoon, but this one stirs better. Ow, woo, got steam on me, burned my hand. Okay, let me stir this for a second, then I'll get that spaghetti and drain it, and we're going to put that in here. This doesn't seem like a whole lot of spaghetti noodles for me, but let's see what it does when I mix it in. Looks yummy though. Okay, let's put that in. Get the water off of here. And then in goes our spaghetti. Let's see if you can see this really well. There we go. You can see it kind of a little corner of it, right? That's not very exciting. Okay. We are almost done here. Here we go. There we go. So now we're going to stir. Like I say, this is the first time I've tried this recipe. You can use chicken, ham, or turkey, or probably any meat you want, I guess. Oh yeah, this looks good. I still think it could use some more spaghetti noodles. Okay, now, all we're going to do is pour this in a pan, a 9 by 13 dish, put it at 350 for 40 to 45 minutes until it's bubbly on the edges and heated through. We're going to sprinkle a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese on top, and then that's going to be it. I think I am going to leave it like this. I'm trying to decide if I want to make more spaghetti for it, but I don't think I do. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so let's get one of my pans here. So a lot of noise there. I'm going to put it in this big pan because I don't think it's going to fit in the little pan. So here we go. It doesn't say spray your pan. I guess you could. I don't usually have an issue with that with stuff like this. So here we are. Let's see how this does. 40 to 45 minutes at 350. Try to get it all off of here. Put it in this dish. Doesn't say to bake it uncovered or not. I assume uncovered. Let me check. Yeah, it does not say to cover it, so I assume we bake this uncovered. Seems to be real soupy to me. I wonder if I could have left out a thing of soup, but you know, we won't know till we actually eat this. So then we want a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, or you could probably put more on there if you wanted as well. I used my 1/4 cup measuring thing. There it is. Okay, there's one. We shall use this one. My 1/4 cup I used yesterday. Okay, so here we go. Sprinkle this on. All over the top, Parmesan cheese. Like I say, I love freezing it because you don't even have to thaw it to use it. There we go. Into the oven. 40 to 45 minutes at 350, and there we are. And I will take a picture of that at the end and put my recipe online. So dinner shall be served shortly. Let me set my timer for 40 minutes. And we are done. Okay, I hope you all have a good day. Enjoy your lunch and give this one a try. See if you like it. Bye.